strike on Syria these past few days has been absolutely no legality and a violation of the Constitution.
We thought that our generation was the first generation. At first we thought, well, the Vietnam War was just a one mistake in an otherwise good track record. You know, that was kind of the way I was brought up. You know, America, you know, believe in all the mythologies and whatever. But at a certain point I realized that Vietnam War wasn't an exception to the rule, it was the rule. And it took me a while to realize that Vietnam wasn't even the first time we had done that stuff, and it's certainly not been the last. Because in my lifetime I can't tell you how many times since I was a young soldier in the Vietnam days, I can't tell you how many times I've gone to the damn demonstrations because the U.S. is bombing somebody else for bullshit reasons. And now their bullshit reason is, oh, at the moment when Trump said that he's going to maybe get the U.S. troops the hell out of Syria, then the Syrians, snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory, said, oh, I got an idea, how about if we gas some of our own people? I don't even believe that for 1 second, because that's the second time that they've used that excuse shortly after the U.S. said maybe they'd get out.
Hands off Syria! Hands off Syria! Hands off Syria!
Her and her entire family was from Syria, and she said, I can't tell you how happy I am to see people in this country of all places that are not fooled by the lies of the mainstream media and are not fooled by the lies of what Donald Trump says about the Syrian people. I mean, Donald Trump is a habitual liar. I mean, no one's really surprised by that, right? Right. But at the same time, this whole thing about chemical weapons attacks, she says, let me tell you something. She says, Syria has no motive to actually do something like this. And when you look at what actually happened, it's true. First of all, they were winning the conflict over there. They were in negotiations with their enemies, in fact negotiating to actually get them out of the last city of Ghouta there. And the United States announced that it was going to withdraw its troops from Syria and withdraw its military presence. Just a few days later, what happens? Well, just about the only thing that can get the U.S. to recommit to another imperialist war over there, which was an alleged chemical attack.
Why would they do the one thing guaranteed to give the United States the pretext to attack? And in any event, since when has the U.S. government told the truth when they want to start a new war? Woo! No justice,
no peace.
U.S. the Middle East.
No justice, no peace.
U.S. the Middle East.
American people don't benefit from an imperialist war. We don't want an imperialist war. We don't want more wars in the Middle East. We got problems here at home. All those Tomahawk missiles, how many hundreds of millions of dollars those cost? Poison water still in Flint, Michigan. Are you kidding me? We can use that stuff right here at home.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We don't want your racist war.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Stop the killing, stop the hate.
Why are we bombing Syria? Under false pretexts, we should not be there.
Trump and the administration actually started bombing Syria on Friday, April 13th, and it was in response to an alleged use of chemical weapons. And there's really no evidence to support this claim that Syria used chemical weapons. Syria welcomed the Organization for the Prevention of Chemical Warfare, to come to Syria and investigate. But before the OPCW could even conduct an investigation, the bombs started flying.
A few weeks ago, Trump had said, to the surprise of almost everybody, that he wanted to pull U.S. troops out of Syria.
It seems to me like it's in a long line of lies that have been used to justify war. Going back to the USS Maine in 1898, the Gulf of Tonkin, 1961, weapons of mass destruction. There's always a lie made to justify the war, and we have to stop falling for it.
We need to remember all the lies that the government has told in the past to justify new wars.
Not to mention, the danger of a broader war, because right now Trump is sort of trying to go, oh well, mission accomplished, we did it. It seemed like it was voices in his administration, not pacifists by any means, seem to be arguing for a more limited response because they didn't want it to turn into a major power confrontation. And yet the Democrats and the liberal media are complaining and haranguing Trump and saying he didn't go all the way, he didn't do enough, he should do more, meaning he should launch a full-on war in and against Syria. And that's just a very dangerous and chance that it could turn into a really World War III type situation. I don't mean to be alarmist, but I think that's the reality. And meanwhile, if you say that, you're considered a Russian dupe.
I am here as a Palestinian. I am here as a Muslim. I am here as a woman of color. I am here as a colonized individual standing against U.S. imperialism and colonialism that has not passed since the last century. We are not in anywhere close to a post-colonial era. We are still knee-deep in the global south in so many disgusting ways. And we have not just colonized the global south, but we are colonizing its members within the United States. Whether that's through a Muslim ban, whether that's through the extermination of black people in our streets, whether that's through the deportation of Mexican and other Latino immigrants in the United States. We need to stand together, because if it was just Syrians, just Syrian Americans standing against this, there would not be enough people. Palestinians need to be here, Muslims need to be here, women of color, men of color need to be here. Atheists need to be here. Yes. We are all brothers and sisters, and if we're standing against the same things, that we need to do it all the way through. We cannot just be principled when it comes to one issue. We must be here all the way through, till the end. Free Syria, free Palestine.
Free Syria, free Palestine.
Thank you everyone for being here.
And I'm so sick and tired of going to demonstration after demonstration, year after year after year, where the U.S. is messing with some other country for bullshit reasons. That's why I'm here.
Syria!